Who do you know that when faced with conflict, they will drive you crazy with questions to the point where you think they're just trying to prove how much smarter they are than you? Well, the person that just came to mind likely represents our fourth behavioral style, the compliance style. Over the past several weeks, we've been looking at how the four DISC behavioral styles handle conflict. We started with the dominant style, represented by Bossy Smurf. Then we moved on to Jokey Smurf as we looked at how the influencer style handles conflict. And last week we covered the steady style when I introduced you to Ostrich Smurf. Today we have the pleasure of exploring the Smurf avatars that represent how the compliance style will often engage in conflict. Hello my friends, Jeffrey Shao here from Grow to Your Potential. Although each of the behavioral styles contributes specific attributes that help a team succeed, they each shine just a little bit above the rest in their own way. When it comes to experiencing healthy conflict, something we all need in our lives, I believe the compliance style can teach us a few things here, even if what they do best can drive others crazy at times. One of the biggest hindrances to resolving conflict that I have seen is when people refuse to engage and work it through. They hold back in silence, hoping the conflict will just pass by, rather than asking the tough questions, both of themselves and of others. Questions that, if not asked, hinder finding a resolution and coming to the best decisions. There are many reasons why people will go silent and disengage. You can likely think of several as you watch my previous videos. However, outside of going silent to take time to reflect, gather one's thoughts and emotions, withdrawing from conflict only delays the inevitable, providing more time for that conflict to grow, making it harder to work it through. It is through engaging in dialogue with genuine curiosity and willingness to learn that conflicts come to their best resolutions. This is where the compliance style can both excel and shut others down if they're not careful. To help you see where I'm going with this, allow me to introduce you to some Smurf avatars which represent how the compliance style handles conflict. First up, I would like to introduce you to Interrogator Smurf. Interrogator Smurf is a deep thinker who often asks the best questions that others will wish they had thought of themselves. When faced with a problem or something they don't understand, Interrogator Smurf will quickly go into questioning mode. Although driven by a desire to understand and reach a point of clarity, this barrage of questions can feel like an interrogation to unsuspecting Smurfs. When this happens, the other Smurfs will often shut down and disengage, especially Ostrich Smurf. Next up, we have Condescending Smurf. Similar to Interrogator Smurf, Condescending Smurf will enter into a series of questions when confused, caught off guard, or frustrated with another Smurf. Although the motivation may be the same, to help understand and to seek clarity, the approach can be even harder to tolerate. Condescending Smurf is not as skilled at asking good questions and moderating his tone and body language as Interrogator Smurf is. This often leaves him coming across as implying everyone else is inferior at best and stupid at worst. This is why one year Jokey Smurf and Passive Aggressive Smurf teamed up to buy Condescending Smurf a new shirt which had "I see dumb people" written across the front of it. Unfortunately, this approach was too subtle, as Condescending Smurf can often be seen putting this shirt on after conflicts where others fail to engage. Yep. Lastly, we have Critical Smurf. Again, this Smurf shares many attributes with the previous two, but has a more pessimistic look on life. Critical Smurf follows the motto, what can go wrong will go wrong, so you better be ready for it. Critical Smurf can mean well and often spots problems that no one else saw coming. Despite having saved the Smurf village from multiple disasters that would have arisen without his critical nature, the other Smurfs have a hard time appreciating his gifts. We all need people in our lives who will point out potential flaws or dangers with our plans. We are truly better for it. However, if only Critical Smurf would present those ideas in a more helpful way, providing solutions and guidance, rather than coming across as just so darn critical. I hope you can see from these Smurf avatars how beneficial and yet misunderstood the compliance style can be. Like each of the 4 disc styles, each one has its strengths, which can also be its weakness, especially when misunderstood by the other styles. In my experiences, one of the best ways to help minimize your chances of misunderstanding others while maximizing our ability to communicate is to tap into the behavioral styles. This starts with learning about yourself and your own style, your strengths, areas of challenge, and how others can perceive your style. From there, learn about the other styles to enhance your ability to understand, appreciate, and communicate with them. We are truly better when we're working together, tapping into the gifts each of the styles bring to the table. Which is why over the next months, I'll be exploring the nature of conflict in the team environment. Until then, if you'd like to take your understanding of yourself and others to the next level, contact me today for your personal DISC assessment and debrief. Better yet, sign up your team so you can do this together with individual reports and a group workshop. With this approach, you have the opportunity to explore not only your style, but that of your teammates as well, thus aiding your ability as a team to continue to grow to your potential. Join me again next week as we start our exploration of the team environment and the challenges it presents when it comes to handling conflict. Take care as you continue to grow to your potential. You are worth it, and others will appreciate it.